What is going on, everybody? It's TheZachMichael here, and today we are going to be making a dark ambient melody from scratch. So let's go ahead and get right into this. If you do enjoy, make sure to check out loseitrecords.net and leave a like and subscribe. So we're going to be opening up Omnisphere here. We're going to be going into one of my banks and using that to get a bell sound. I want a bell, something that sounds good. So we're going to open up one of these banks and just search bell. I like this one. It's got like some character to it, and that's what I'm looking for. I want like my main sound and my melody to just be something that's like very defined, if that makes sense. I like when you hear my loops to kind of have a certain character to the lead sound already. It just kind of makes things more memorable in a way. We're gonna make this in F minor, so let's just throw that in there. I like how this sounds already. And let's just get some bass notes in there. And let's just build upon these like this. Just kind of create like a pattern. Perfect. Now we have the main notes, so I'm just going to copy that over to another pattern. We're going to open up another sound here. I'm going to go into Electra X. So my second sound that I like doing, this sound is a bit more to make things sound more full a lot of the times. So I'm going to use like a pad. This will work nice. I just want something that'll create a lot of like fullness. This is going to be one of those sounds where you kind of feel it more than you hear it. Is why I'm turning it down so much already. Like that. Also, we're going to change the tempo. I want this a little slower. We'll do 132. Sounds good. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add a lead. And then we're just going to add a bass line. And honestly, that's all you really need. So I'm going to actually be using one of the most common flutes in Omnisphere. Lotus flute. I like how this one sounds, especially when you're doing like darker stuff. You can do some real crazy stuff with it. So let's just kind of figure out what sort of pattern we want to use here. Now, if you want to see how I created this little note there, I'm just basically what I'm doing is putting two notes like this, right? Hold an Alt on one of them to drag it wherever I want. Selecting both notes and clicking Control L. And now I have this like little glide note. I like using glide notes a lot in my leads. It's just a way to make things sound more realistic. That just sounds a lot more realistic. It sounds like someone actually could have played this. Whereas like if you don't really have those glide notes, it just sounds a bit more robotic. Randomize the velocities to do that as well. That flute sounds pretty good. Now let's just add a synth bass. I'm actually going to look through Omnisphere to try to find a different synth bass to use. I have my go-tos, but every once in a while I love to just try to find something else. So we're just going to click synth bass. Just kind of click through. We find one that sounds cool. I like this one, but we got to do some modifying. Put those highs out. Want the low, and I don't really want that like other texture that's in there. High little noises aren't really what I'm looking for. Yep, just like that. Now I'll start mixing this. So this bell, although I like the sound already, I do want to add some more to it. I'm gonna boost the mids just a little bit. And throw some reverb on this. I'm just going to turn that down. So it sounds like a good spot. Add. Also, I'm going to boost some of the lows in this. Loop. Throw some reverb on the flute as well. This is bass just like that. Alright, so We kind of have our 4 main layers here. What I'm actually going to do now is render each of these out. And then we're going to get started on the arrangement of the sample. So, this should be good. But we kind of have like the key elements here that we need to make good sounding dark melody. I'm just going to arrange this and I'll kind of break down how I arrange all my loops. Alright, so first 8 bars is every single element. Second 8 bars is every single melodic element minus the synth bass. Then 1 melodic element synth bass, the other melodic element synth bass. Then every verse single with the main sound, and then just the stems at the end. And that's honestly how I arrange like all my loops. Makes it really, really easy. But if you guys enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and check out ElizabethRecords.net. Head on over to ElizabethRecords.net if you'd like to support me. You can purchase VST expansion banks, drum kits, loop kits, and MIDI kits that'll level up your production there.